Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, on the Bitcoin chart, we're still tracking this actively unfolding uptrend on the daily time frame. There's absolutely no change to the previous outlook. Still possible that this fourth wave bottomed. There's absolutely nothing that happened so far throughout this weekend that would invalidate this idea or make it less probable. No, in fact, we are still pushing higher, and this fifth wave to the upside could still be unfolding. Yeah, so that's the idea. It's possible that the fourth is obviously, yeah, this correction is still unfolding, but it takes a break at least of micro support to confirm that this fourth wave to the downside is unfolding still. In that case, it could present another opportunity for anybody who wants to accumulate, who couldn't accumulate that much in the last pullback in this trend reversal area. So the price might dip again into that support region. But as you can see, we haven't even broken back below this previous breakout point to the upside. So price broke above it. It's now stabilizing, just moving sideways here in this range. Hasn't broken down, hasn't broken up, just moving sideways, seems to be stabilizing here. Okay, so from that point of view, the focus can still be on higher, but we have the relevant micro support levels based on the Fibonacci mathematic levels on the 1 hour time frame. In summary, therefore, we're not out of the woods yet. We need a break above the next red line here, the resistance breakout line at 71,000. Yeah, what is it, 800. So that level needs to break, and we need to sustain above it in order to say, okay, we are likely in the fifth wave. At the moment, I'm already treating it as such, as long as we're holding the relevant micro support levels that I will communicate to you on the smaller time frames. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin 1 hour chart now. Actually, I think I haven't got it open. Yeah, let me just quickly open that. Bitcoin 1 hour. And then also today I published one video as promised in the earlier video on Twitter, X Network, specifically there, exclusively there. This is not going to be published on YouTube. It is about HBAR. So if you follow us here on Twitter, make sure that you do. If you want to see additional content, just make sure that you use the correct account, right? You find the link in the description, then you'll find the HBAR update here. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame actually. So here you can actually see that I'm tracking in the yellow count the idea that this fourth wave correction finished on the 1st of May. I've got so far a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside. The wave 3 could have topped here on Tuesday. My concern with this third wave, and I made it very clear in previous videos, my concern is that this third wave is not strong enough. And then a fourth wave pullback should occur. Maybe it's already done. And then a fifth wave. If we get these five waves, then we can say, okay, most likely we bottomed here in the fourth wave. We have to see how high it goes. At the moment, against the relevant support region, I'm focusing on higher. And we're going to zoom in a minute. But basically, if this is the correct wave count, and if we get a fifth wave to the upside, then that fifth wave should target 76,460 at least, ideally even a little bit higher. But the 1.618 extension would be the next milestone target to the upside. Now, if we break support at 64,360, I have to assume that the white count is playing out, in which a B wave topped and we're coming down in the C wave towards possibly 55.4 to 50.7K. This is sort of what we're tracking. However, I'm still leaning towards further upside as long as we are holding micro support levels. I was even able to introduce another smaller time frame support so we can get very, very early signals if anything is breaking. So I will now zoom in. What we see now is that on the smaller time frame, I'm also tracking this fourth wave as completed. Why? Because I can count the WXY pattern complete that we talked about already here. I think on Wednesday it was when I highlighted it to you. This is likely the count. This is likely how it's going to unfold as a WXY pattern, and then the Y wave was the ABC. it dipped into the middle of the support range, and this is still a relevant support range, okay? I don't want to take it off the chart. It's still relevant because it could be that we're still in the fourth wave, even though I don't like that idea, but it's possible. I'm currently tracking if the price can form a 5-wave move to the upside, which would be the yellow micro count. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This could now be a wave 4 and one more high in wave 5. I mentioned to you in the previous video that if we get one more high to the 1.618 extension, I might call already 5 waves complete. At least it would be a potential, but we didn't get there. And throughout the day I already mentioned, I think I actually published that on Twitter already. Yeah, exactly. I published here. You get some additional updates here as well, that we're still working on that fourth wave, right? We're still working on that fourth wave. Why? Because the third didn't quite reach the 1.38 extension, which would have been the first ideal target. It did reach the minimum, but not the first ideal target. The fourth was also quite shallow compared to that wave 2. So idea is that, yeah, we could still be working on the fourth. And I mean, question is, okay, maybe is it flat or is this the third? That doesn't matter so much. It doesn't really have a great impact on the support range. This is the micro support range now. I'm looking for one more high as long as we're holding 67,780. And yeah, if that level breaks, then I will assume that we're probably still in the fourth wave. I might still check if it's forming a higher low somewhere, but it would be ideal, and I can really only follow the ideal structures. Bear in mind, this is really micro, just the perspective on the micro. So it's very fragile. But one more high would be ideal. And if one more high forms, I already told you the 69.9K level would be ideal in wave 5, possibly a little higher, 70.2K would be the next key level. So that's sort of what I'm tracking here at the moment on the Bitcoin chart on the micro level. Basically, that means in summary, one more high would be ideal. 67,780 is the nearest support level. And if that level breaks, there's a risk we are dropping back into the larger fourth wave. So that's what I'm tracking. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.